Hi, this is OK Call Me Goddess, bringing you my first audio commentary. Please get the audio paused to the 2-minute mark, and I'll talk at you for a bit. This is where John usually banters, and I dyed my hair pink last week for like the 4th time. It looks basically amazing. So I'm really pumped about that, and I bought this dress on eBay that's just to die for. But anyway, in this game, we'll be covering human versus orc on Twisted Meadows. Joseki will be spawning in the 6 o'clock position, and his opponent, Zyril, will be spawning in the 9 o'clock position. This game covers the defense of aggressive Blade Master usage and the Tier 2 firelord push.
Okay, hold on. What do you... Get out of here. I don't know what she was doing here. Basically, I'm going to take over from this point out as far as doing this audio commentary. I think she covered the basics, but we're going to be covering the Tier 2 firelord push on Twisted Meadows. It's really simple. Like, a lot of people complain to me about such and such Blade Master user. I can't beat him because he just chops my Archmage dies, etc. So, basically, the way I look at this, I wanted to cover a game that you could see exactly how I would prevent people who have that like really aggressive like right click your Archmage style of play with the Blade Master and who come to harass you right at the start. On Twisted Meadows, my usual creep pattern is I go orange green. I never creep out the lab. Yeah, I just think that's too risky, and they can scout it really easy with their scouting peon. Plus, in this position, it's just asking to be owned. Yeah, I'm at 2-minute mark. I don't have too much to say. I'm going Archmage, he's going Blade Master. We'll see how it goes. I'm pausing 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm paused. Okay. So here we will have our 3 peasants that I would call to militia, and they will go up here. You want to be using about 3 because it's about equal DPS to 2 foots in an Archmage, and you have your water elemental can do DPS wherever you need. So you can kill those 2 gnolls at about equal speed. The reason you want to be focusing some of the gnolls with your militia and some with the warden is 2 reasons. The first and foremost reason is that it kills both of them at about an equal speed, so it makes it very difficult for the Blade Master to steal the kill. The first thing he does when he shows up is he's just chopping my Archmage. I run away. This is really silly by me. I should have tried to see, like, he's smarter than that. He's gonna not fall for my tricks and steal my creep, which is a shame. The next thing he's gonna do is he's gonna go and he's gonna chop my Archmage. He's gonna try to chop it, but I know that he's gonna, keep running after me, so I keep running. That's one of the biggest mistakes people make. They don't just keep running. When you have your Archmage in a position like that, you just run. You take off. If you stick around and when he's windwalked, you're just gonna get chopped. If you run to your Arcane Tower, he's not gonna unwindwalk in front of the Arcane Tower, and he's gonna be forced to go somewhere else. Or just camp your base until his windwalk runs out. Either way, you're winning. You can always come down here and creep this green. Even if he's pressuring you, you can just stop creeping the green, start attacking his Blade Master, make him run away, come back, etc. If he starts focusing your Archmage, just run, book it. There's no reason for you to be getting your Archmage hit more than once every time the Blade Master shows up. If you look, he was very aggressive at the start, and now because of I had a pretty reasonable early game, he didn't really do too much damage to my Archmage. He did about a normal amount, and I was able to do a pretty reasonable job in creeping. If he did take that big creep, which is a shame, sometimes that happens, at which times you're going to have to creep an extra green instead of harassing. A lot of the time, if I have a better early game and I get level 2, I like to research defend. And when I research defend, then I'll go and harass his burrows because he doesn't have his wolves to kill my footmen as easy, and it'll make it a lot better for me in terms of killing his burrows. He's going to be creeping, just continually creeping to try and get level 3. As far as I'm getting, and I mean that's reasonable, and level 3 is really powerful. Right now he's probably expecting a push. If you look at his base, he's building a war mill. Usually when they build a war mill, it means they're going to be making a tower before my second hero comes out to expect a push. That's one thing that orcs definitely can do that will help you a lot, that I don't see a lot of orcs doing, and it confuses me why. You guys should be making a war mill and a tower. I can't push your base most times with a war mill and a tower. It makes it a lot harder, and it costs me a lot more lumber and repairs, and it makes it so I either have to research defend later to break into your base, or it'll make it to where I can't, like, I don't know, I can't like get in there to really mess around with your burrows because you have this big tower blocking you. And plus, with the towers on your lumber mill peon side, I'm not going to be able to kill your lumber mill peons and your low amount peons are going to be able to repair like instantly. I'm going to have no trouble doing that whatsoever. Yeah, so right now there's just sort of harassment going on with his Blade Master. Notice the first thing I did, I see his army running towards my army. I just run my Archmage away. The moment I see his Blade Master, I have boots of speed. He doesn't. I'm not concerned. He's gonna chop my Archmage. I'm gonna dust, and I'm just gonna run. He can't catch up to me. I'm fine. Even if he got boots, I'd still be fine. He'd only have hit me one time. Here's where I mess up a little. I get chopped 3 times because I have a little hotkey error, but I'm okay. Now this is the point where I realize I've had a pretty good early game. He's level 2, and I'm level 2. I have all my footmen. I haven't lost any footmen. I'm still doing fine. Like really, I'm in not a bad position at all. So I figure, okay, shit, I'm just gonna push him. I'm gonna go all or nothing because honestly, I don't really see him having that much. He has a standard 4 grunts. He hasn't started researching his grunt HP upgrade. He started his bestiary. His hero's almost out. Okay, I can do this. So the first thing I see is his Blade Master here with my firelord units, and notice the first thing I do, I sort of ignore him at first, mainly because you want to get to his base. You don't want to give him time to prepare. If he starts building towers out front or tries to do something to stall you, you just don't want to be in a position where that would affect you. I'm really not careful with my firelord or firelord spawns here, and I'm gonna lose my firelord really early, which that's troublesome, to be honest. Like that's really like the last thing I want, simply because losing your firelord, it means you're not going to get your second spawn, which is going to be relatively detrimental. He gets a good crit and ends up killing my firelord, but as of right now, my push is still okay because I have 2 towers going up in his base, his TC very low HP, 2 really low HP grunts, and really, I'm doing absolutely fine. I have 2 firelord spawns because it did get reproduced. After about 14-15 attacks, the firelord spawn does reproduce. And one of the most important things to remember when doing this push is to watch your heroes. He can kill your heroes, I promise. He can kill them so easy. Wow, it's a joke how easy they can kill your heroes if you're not careful. Like, that firelord mess up almost cost me this push. If my firelord was still with me right now, he probably might have been quitting. I mean, honestly, I'm fine. Now, this is the thing I noticed. My fire spawns are going to die soon no matter what. And that tower is going to make this a really long game. So the first thing I do is I run and I just chop the shit out of this tower. The way I look at it, he's not going to be able to do too much. If he runs his army, and he's going to be in a really bad position simply because he's going to have a whole army of units that are going to die to my towers, which is exactly what's happening. Now, the moment I have these towers up and he can't come back here to disrupt my towers, I'm just going to start towering some more. The more I tower, the better I'll be, etc. And yeah, so I'm just making these another 4 towers. I have plenty of lumber, and I'm set. It's a really simple strategy, to be honest. Like, it's not too complex. My firelord's back, and he's on his way. Basically, this doesn't really work versus the Farseer. That's the first thing that I noticed. But, I mean, still, look at how I'm playing with my Archmage. The moment I saw him running towards my army, I run my Archmage back. It helps. At this point, he pretty much just GG. Because his catapult got stuck back there, and I'm like, ooh, a free catapult. And I just go kill it. So it's a pretty simple strat. Not the best audio. It's a really short audio, but I think it covers a pretty important strategy that I personally like to use versus Orc Blade Master. It ends the game really quickly and nicely, and it's just nice and effective as long as you watch your heroes. By boots of speed, very important. It's better to lose your firelord than your Archmage, so keep the boots of speed on your Archmage. Generally speaking, the firelord is really strong as long as you get his 2 summons out. I lucked out a little, I guess, in how I played. I played pretty well, and he put too much DPS on my firelord, and he didn't really sort of ignored the towers going up, so I ended up doing really nicely. Yeah, so that's the strat. Sorry about my girlfriend busting in at the start there. I promise that won't happen again. Yeah. So, anyway, I play as Joseki on US East, and forget the basics in US West. So you can hit me up for some games or something. That will end this audio for today. Remember, that was just a good example of how to prevent your AM from being owned by the Blade Master. Run him away by boots of speed, etc. Anyway, good audio, good times, good audience. Peace.